revolving. Macy's, Sears, that's what you're talking about, right, Robert?
Yeah, minor. Those are minor accounts.
Okay, so let's say for instance my Macy's account, I haven't used it in 2-3 years. It's better for me to keep it open and start paying on it, or that's where I'm.
No, if you have a Macy's account that you have not, let's say you opened and used it once 3, 4, 5 years ago, but you haven't used it since, from experience they never close because it's cheap to maintain. So use it.
Use it.
Yeah, don't close it.
Okay.
Because if your credit is only active for 3 years, but that counts from 5 years ago, in fact, using it might increase your length of credit history, bump your high limits, increasing your FICO score.
So if I would settle, close it, there's a possibility that my FICO score.
Not a possibility, it will.
It will go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because minor accounts never close, especially when it's your oldest account.
Is it worth it to buy the identity theft program, like from prepaid legal services or from
Those guys
identity theft from the bank?
No, because all they're going to do is warn you that we can pay like $9.95 a month or $120 a year. That someone used your credit. MyCreditKeeper.com, they have like a built-in alarm that something's about to hit your report. They send you an email first or a text message that check this out before we put it on the report on Monday afternoon. Where if you check your own credit once a month, you don't need to pay someone else to use identity theft. Or Prepaid Legal is a very good company. I've been using it as a corporation for 8 or 10 years. But from identity theft, if it's already on there, they're great to clean it up. They're really good. Yeah, they're very good. It's like $24 a month, and you can cancel anytime you want. I mean, we can definitely do it, but they're a law firm. They can really do some hard punches, so they're good. But to monitor your credit, you can do it yourself, either for free or minimal cost.
The other thing, it takes like 30 days before it's going to show in the report anyway.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So if someone stole your identity, they could have had a whole month of
True.
transactions
Yeah.
before you find out, right?
Yeah, and if you haven't checked your credit in 2 years, yeah, there goes your credit score. Question?
Yeah, what about when a company calls like so the credit card will automatically close?
Yeah. Remember when Montgomery Ward's went bankrupt in I think it was the mid-90s, early 90s? The card got transferred over to Citibank. So someone's going to buy, like I have a Mervyn's, it's still open on my credit report. I got a 5K limit with no debt on it from 1985, my oldest account. But someone's going to buy it. It's worth money in bankruptcy court. So will it be Bank of America? Will it be Sears? I don't know. Someone will buy that account. So far, no one bought it. It's kind of sitting in limbo. But if it closes on its own, it will not hurt your credit score.
If somebody does buy that credit card, they will offer you their own credit,
Yeah.
and that's where you keep it.
Right.
Okay.
So let's say B of A buys that Mervyn's account, for example. They will convert that into a $5,000 credit card, Visa, MasterCard, but I still have my 25-year history. You don't lose that. It's like your cell phone company being bought out. You have to honor the original plan.
So Robert, we don't need to buy identity theft program?
I don't really think you have to go through that cost. Where again, if you do your own due diligence, keep your eye on your own credit at least monthly, you're fine. Because see, if something shows up in your report that's not yours, a social and name verification with the Bureau can make it come right up. But identity theft, they use your social. And how do you combat that? Real quick. File a police report, get your signature notarized, send it to the fraud department of the credit card company. Your signature goes this way, the signature goes that way on the application, it comes right up. And they have to reverse it within 72 hours.
But
So-
is there a statute of limitation to take off that identity theft?
No, upon they proving that that it's not yours, it's a wrong person, especially like a name like Joe Smith. Upon you proving that you're right, they're wrong, they have to take it off immediately, and all of that has to be erased, and all for your credit report. But if you haven't seen your credit report in a couple of years, like a year, you won't know until a year later. You gotta check it every month, or twice every 2 months. So yeah, you can pay someone to keep an eye on your credit, but I think you can do it yourself at no charge or minimal cost.
How do you make an escrow?
Huh?
An escrow. How do you make an escrow?
Escrow?
Yeah, how does that work?
Oh, you mean with the payoff of debt? Well, escrow company, of course. Yeah,
Title
escrow.
company.
What a funny name. Sounds like a sneeze. Escrow. What a corny name that is. No, I mean, if you have ask your mortgage broker or the person doing your loan, if you have a debt on your report that's like 4 years ago, say, the lender, based on your income and debt, they may require that to be zero. And you look at your report and you learn something today saying, oh, wait a minute, it's it's 4 or 5 years old. Loan officer, let me ask you a question. And you can go to myfico.com, it's on there. And if they do pay it off, it's going to drop your FICO, or it's going to redo 5 of those 7 years. Ask them. The loan officer will not know. And ask them about the escrow. You can put money in there if they require for it to be paid off. And you'll know once you apply for the application. The question was, can a bankruptcy remove a judgment from an unsecured loan? Yes. If you have debts, this was a question, Paul, again. If you have a debt, bankruptcy is the ultimate god of credit, except for you cannot file on IRS taxes, student loans, or certain type of other government loans. But otherwise, though, if you have a judgment, let's say you sued me for 50 grand, you're a contractor and I didn't pay you, he comes after me. If I file bankruptcy, it would make this debt along with credit card debt go away in most cases, because they did change the bankruptcy laws 5 years ago. So bankruptcy can remove a judgment, may not remove from the credit report, but if removed from real life, you do not have to pay it back. But who can better answer that question is a bankruptcy attorney. So if anyone is contemplating filing for bankruptcy, always talk to 3 different BK attorneys, get that 1 hour free consultation before you file. If you want to know more about that, go to bankruptcyaction.com. There's a lot of good information on there.
Question about, if you do a short sale and you settle your debt, there is something on your credit report that says debt settled.
Yeah, it'll say settled.
Right, and
Yeah.
so that is something that, I'm not really sure how that affects your credit worthiness.
Well-
It's there, people see it, the lenders see it, I suppose.
There's articles all over the
Can it be
internet.
removed?
Yeah, well, there's articles all over the internet about point loss. I've seen people come out of a short sale smelling like roses and squeaky clean with no FICO score or loss at all. Now lenders are required to be a few payments behind before they would consider doing a short sale. If anything negative from a short sale hits your report, average point loss is between 75 to 125 points, double for a foreclosure.
Can you take it off?
Yeah, I've done it. Again,
How soon after?
well, again, it depends on the mood of the report and the stage of it. You just lost your property last month. Let's wait on that specific trade line. We can clean everything else up, but wait until that report gets seasoned and it shows 0-0. Because if we remove it, and in 3 months, it can re-report. So you wait till all the dust settles and it's cleared. Usually 6 months after you lose the property, the first thing that says 0-0. But these second lien holders that are coming after you with collections now, the line of credit, the second mortgage, there's another flyer that we offer a second mortgage elimination service. I've seen people after foreclosure or a short sale where the second does not get touched. And they come after you as an unsecured debt at that point.
Well, so my question was more about that note that says debt settled, not your points. Okay,
Right.
so let's say your points are fine and they don't drop, but you're still gonna have that debt settled on your credit.
Right.
What does that mean? Is that gonna affect?
Well, it
when
means
you get
that-
a new loan?
Well, maybe, it just depends on the underwriter, but I mean, if you owe 10 on a credit card and they took $5,000 today, it says settled. If you pay off the thing, it says paid in full. But sometimes you get the best of both worlds. I've seen it where you settle for $1,000 of the 10 that you owe, and it says paid in full. It just depends. But it's better to be settled than past due debt.
You should have one for next month, the attorney, Gerald Cummings, all right? He's gonna be talking about Medicaid, Medicare, advanced estate planning. A lot of times people are setting up their estates. You gotta be, you don't have to liquidate everything if you end up having to have somebody go to care home or something. Sometimes husband and wives, all of a sudden one of them has a stroke and all of a sudden you almost have to go lose all your assets. You don't have to do that, so planning there. Also, remember the website for the AAWP is myAAWP. You have to go my.org. .org. And on there is a list of classes. There's a calendar. We got a lot of free classes we do in between our monthly meetings. They're free. They're at 6:30, usually for an hour. And again, you'll have different people giving the classes, ask questions and stuff similar to what we do here. Okay, and you can RSVP those because we have to get at least four or six people to go to a class before we can have it. Otherwise, we have to cancel it. So that's on the website. Go to the website often. Also, so next month it's going to be in Milpitas at the Business Center. There's a